Welcome back, everyone, to the BBQ Podcast. This is episode 5, season 2.
Let's go!
There we go. Let's go. Sorry about any peaks there if there wasn't peaks, but that's okay. As you can see in our video, we're kind of celebrating. At least me, I'm not sure about Evan. I can't see his video. Actually.
I'm celebrating. Let's go.
Evan is celebrating. There we go. We've heard it. So those who are watching our videos, you guys can see us doing little dances. If you listen to the audio version, you're not missing out much. In fact, you may want to not watch the video version on this time. But other than that, let's be excited for this new episode. We actually may change it. Me and Evan were having a discussion. We may change it to the BBQ Talk Show, just because there's a lot of anti-podcast laws in the governments around our world, and so we decided that it may be better for us if we just decided to make this a talk show. Not sure on that yet, but if we change it all of a sudden to all the episodes get changed to BBQ Talk Show, and hear edits in it, just like every time we say podcast, you just say talk show over top of it. That would be why. And hopefully that's not an issue with any of you.
Well, although we did realize that I guess we qualify as a talk show.
I mean, I'm actually not sure what the difference is, but when we were discussing about this, we were like, we think it's because, like, let's say Jimmy Kimmel Live, right? That's a talk show. And then there's someone talking, and then there's someone answering the questions. That's like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, technically, since we have discussions, we could maybe qualify as a talk show.
Yeah, talk shows can also be like just talking about a certain thing too. So I don't really know what the difference is, because like even on Twitch, it's talk shows and podcasts as a category. So it's like, what?
Yeah, okay. Let's actually search this up. Let's I'm gonna search this up.
Okay. Quick cut.
Talk shows versus podcasts. Nah, it's okay. We don't need a professional. This is the intro. What's the difference between a radio show and a podcast? So basically a podcast is like made for everyone on the internet, whereas a talk show / radio shows are only in a geographically area they serve. So for instance, Jimmy Kimmel would be a talk show because it's on TV, right? So only the places that get the, what's it called again? The channel that he airs on, right? Or those ones will get the, that area, so it'd be geographic. But the parts he uploads on the internet, I guess, would be classified as a podcast. So I guess that's the same thing here. Oh no, so I guess
we need to get on radio then. So then, plus in the sports segment we talked about the Blue Jays, so we're technically local.
Yeah, I mean we're not. I mean we have to restrict it, I think. But then again, I guess North Korea restricts it, and China. We don't really have any listeners from there, so technically we're local to all the places except for the China places and the North Korea places. So I guess we could still count. So I guess we're good then. But yeah, okay, we're just gonna end it here, the intro. So you're listening to the BBQ Podcast. Stay tuned after this break. So the Caves and Cliffs update for Minecraft is getting split into 2 updates. One's going to be in the summer and one's going to be in the holiday season in December. So the reasons for this are a few of the following reasons. The health of the Mojang team members. Ensure the quality is good, so I'll make sure this is a good game. And technical difficulties. So technical is hard because they're changing the very core of the game. They're affecting how everything generates, which is the very core of this game. Like, that is really how Minecraft works. It's already not an old. It's an old game with old code, so it's also hard for that, especially the Java edition. So, and this will make it smooth for performance reasons. They don't want you need to buy like the gaming computer just for Minecraft, right? They want to keep it so nice and simple, so pretty much any computer can play it. The Motion team is also currently working from home, which is making this even more difficult. And that's because of team health, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. So, that is why they're just working from home. So many features are going out in the first update in summer, but the world generation biomes will be out in the second update. So this is quite unfortunate. A lot of people probably were ready for the whole update in just the one solid update. But I think this is actually a really good idea that do do this in two updates, especially since they don't want to make any of the people work overtime for mental health reasons, as we said. Um, just there other things going on in the world, right? It's just that I think this is not the worst decision, especially since, but it's very heartbreaking for some of them. And also, this would also maybe they'll, because I know a few people are concerned because some people have been playing Minecraft from the same world for like 10 years. They're worried about this update since it changes the generation, it can corrupt their old world. So I'm glad that they're taking their time to ensure the quality of this update. What do you think about this, Evan?
Quality is pretty pog, but I'm actually pretty excited about this update. I don't play Minecraft that often, but I like the game. So it'll be nice to have another new update, especially since I've probably played Minecraft like, so the amount I played in 1.15 and before is probably about the same as just in 1.16 because I never played Minecraft that much before that. So I think a new update will be pretty fun because yeah, but also also I would hope that they make sure it's smooth cuz I mean I have old worlds that I want to keep. I also have old worlds I should probably delete, but I would hope it's good quality, especially since my computer that I usually play Minecraft on is also pretty slow. So I don't want to have to go get a new one just to play Minecraft. That wouldn't be ideal. So yeah, obviously making sure they're taking their time. I'm fine with waiting a little bit longer as long as the game still works. And like Boom just said, they're changing the core programming, which makes sense given that Minecraft is based entirely off of, you know, mob generation and cave generation, like how the world actually spawns. So they're what are they adding again, Boom?
So yeah, it's kind of split into two updates. The cave systems are completely updated. They're adding biomes. I'm not sure if you looked at the new caves. Maybe I should send you a video after this for the new caves. They're like really wide open, but they're like really dark. So it's like really hard for you to see. So they actually look really cool. Like the cave
Wow.
systems are all completely different. There's like these things called lush caves, which have like water in them, and the axolotls, which are an animal in real life for those who don't know. And it's kind of like a swamp biome but underground. There's this new underground biome. I forget what it's called, but there's like there's something called the warden there, and the warden it can pretty much one shot you with netherite armor, so it's really overpowered. So you kind of want to dodge that warden while still running around that area to get as many loot as possible because it's gonna be full of loot.
That's pretty
The
cool.
world height is being changed, so I think it's being doubled. So now you can build really tall things, which is, whew, that's gonna be pretty cool. So this update will also make diamonds way less rare because right now they spawn I think around sorry at level like 15 I think it is, right. So but now that 15's only like a part of the way there, there's still gonna be like all those negatives, right? Since they're expanding the world height, so therefore it's going to be like a lot more diamonds. Like it's gonna be insane in terms of that as well.
So
They're
so
adding
wait,
goats,
by
which are pretty cool.
expanding world height,
The whole mountain.
sorry, by expanding world height they're
Sorry,
like adding more
can you
blocks
this question?
beneath? Like making it
Beneath and above, I believe.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
gonna be actually
Okay, yeah, that
like the
is really
capes. So
cool.
since of that, like the capes can be a lot bigger. I think it's like 200. I think that's they're making like 512 blocks or something. Like it's going to. It's I think right now it's like 256. It's like going to 512, which is honestly insane. Like I can just think all the stuff you can build with that. Like it's really cool.
Yeah.
Um, they're adding goats and they're updating the whole mountain biome. So that's another reason they're expanding the height so much, right? The mountains are gonna be way more higher and way more like smaller. They're gonna be like way more diverse in terms of that. They're gonna look a lot more like mountains in real life, which is why they're also so there's two reasons they're expanding the world height. First for the caves underground and for the mountains up high. So those are all gonna be really cool things, I think. What else are they adding again? Yeah, they're adding a lot of features. Like it's honestly hard. They're adding snow, which you can like fall into. Goats can ram you, so like they can ram you off the mountains. Makes mountains a bit more dangerous. So
Wow. Has
yeah,
there
they're also adding some redstone stuff as well. Sorry.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes, let's go. Redstone.
Yeah, they're adding like this redstone thing. I forget what it's called. I think it's called like an anchor or something. Basically, it will sense blocks getting moved or all around the area, and then it'll send like a wireless redstone signal, which is kind of like maybe the kind of like Bluetooth functionality in real life, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Is there anything else?
It's hard to remember, but they're adding a lot of greenery, which is really cool. Like I've seen some build ideas for everything. I think Simply Start covered a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot of really cool things going into this update. They're adding copper, which I think I told you about before, and that's gonna be really cool. There's
Mm-hmm.
actually oxidization that will go on in that copper as well. There's gonna be lightning rods. It's gonna be honestly a crazy update.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about you, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I'm very excited because we definitely talked about some of those things. I remember talking about them on a past episode back in season 1 when the update first got announced, and now we have more details. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. So obviously 1.16 was a fairly large update, but that was just for the Nether. This is like adding a lot more stuff to the game in the overworld. Um, what do you think? Like, has there been an update this big? When was the last time there was an update this big?
I mean, I know for sure. I think the Nether update was one of the biggest updates of all time. I think also I'm pretty sure the pretty much 1.13, 1.12, 1. Pretty much all of the updates since 1.13 have been big except for 1.15, which all the news ad beefs pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
1.9, 1.10, 1.11, those are all bit smaller updates. And 1.12 it's like a medium sized update. Same with I would say 1.8, they're about medium sized, and then 1.7 was also a really big update. But this is probably one of the biggest updates of all time. More things are adding. I actually searched it up real quick here on the side. That's why my face might be a bit white because the Google Chrome's opened here. So part 1 of the update, mobs such as goats, axolotls, glow skids will be coming. New items such as crystals, geodes, copper ink, powder snow, lush cave blocks, dripstone cave blocks, deep slate, ore variants, and glow lichen will also be on their way to the summer update. So another thing they're adding is they're adding I forgot about this one completely, ore variants. So the ores will not look all the time the same. I'm pretty sure that's what it does if I remember correctly, which is gonna be really cool because like now, like right now, you're kind of used to the look for diamonds, right? So you're like, okay, that's diamonds right there. Now they're gonna be changing that look, so it's gonna be a bit harder for you to find them. I'm pretty sure there's even options for some of them to be literally hidden inside a stone block, so it'll just look like a regular stone to you, and it'll be full of ores, which will be that'll be actually really interesting and make it a
That
lot more
will be
different in terms of
interesting. That's
how that
kind of
works.
annoying though. But that's cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
there's like another thing for mining is that they're adding like underwater caves. Like there's gonna be entire cave system just all underwater, which will be kind of annoying to mine. So
That won't be fun.
I feel like no, I don't think it will. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be cool with all these new things they're adding into it. I think it's gonna be really cool with all the. It's gonna be honestly crazy.
It
I'll be
will.
honest.
No, I'm pretty
It's
excited for that. I hadn't known all of the different things they're adding, but that is a lot, and that's pretty exciting. So I can't wait for that to come out, and I guess when it does, even if it gets pushed back a little bit, that's fine. But it's gonna be pretty hype when it does come out. Hopefully, it doesn't get pushed back anymore, though.
yeah. I feel like this would also help servers and mods just help incorporate themselves into the newest version easier. Like maybe Optifine, right? I'm pretty sure they
Mm-hmm.
do have some pre-releases already because Optifine usually stays pretty up to date because it's such a popular Minecraft mod, right? Because it just optimizes Minecraft so much, right? So, and it's like pretty much everyone allows it. So I could help servers a little bit to, just update all their software and stuff, especially since Minecraft servers have been pretty popular recently, as we've just heard, because I said in the lightning round, for those who have listened to that. Well, I think that's coming up next. Sorry, my bad. Um, but basically, the Hypixel server, which is one of the largest Minecraft servers of like all time, just reached 200,000 players peak, which is pretty crazy. That's
That's
a
a lot.
lot
Was
of
that
players.
during?
So
Was
since
that
Minecraft,
during Technoblade's stream?
yeah, technically it was live streamed today as we were recording this, which is the 16th of April. For those who don't know, and yeah, technically it was live streaming. I'm pretty sure that's when it happened, and just in general after that, it's just been big because there was this revolution in Skyblock, which everyone doesn't like government, so everyone's going to participate in the revolution,
The
right? So
uprising.
it's been uprising, but yeah, it was actually like really interesting. So all that was pretty cool. Do you have anything else to add about this discussion, Evan?
No, I'm super excited. Can't wait. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm super excited too. I'm sure you guys are excited too. You're listening to the BBQ podcast. Stay tuned after this short break. Lightning round. Okay, so lightning round. This is a really packed full lightning round. It's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be extreme. It's gonna be epic. Just imagine all the other lightning rounds, all those epicness, just combined into one. So first of all, some Overwatch League news. So Philadelphia Fusion, they signed Hotba and Toby after some visa issues with Poco and Funny Astro while trying to relocate to South Korea for the 2021 Overwatch League season. This is gonna be pretty epic, I think, because then they can do a full Korean roster if they wish, because they have 6 people who speak Korean, which is pretty good. So that is really good if they want that synergy wise. But hopefully Poco and Funny Astro do get their visas so they can go to South Korea and help play with their team. XC, this happened really recently. He just retired from Overwatch League due to health reasons. That is really tragic for the Dallas Fuel, and they actually just played a game today and they lost. I think part of that is from XC retiring. Quite unfortunate right there. Overwatch League 2021 season started up when you're listening to this. In fact, when you're listening to me speak, it's just ended. I think the opening weekend, and right now when we're recording this, it's San Francisco Shock and LA Gladiators playing versus each other. So that's gonna be pretty epic. So Apple tries to prove Epic Games as a loser because by showing that they lose like $300 million, they're giving to games and other stuff. Because as many of you guys may know, Apple and Epic Games are suing each other. So Apple's like, oh, the reason they're suing me is because their shop station actually sucks, and they're losing $300 million, which is a lot of money to lose. But this is actually helping them go really, really fast. So that's actually a really good thing for Apple, for Epic Games. Sorry. After this, Epic got $1 billion in investing, which is actually kind of crazy because really just show how people really rallied towards Epic after this, and 200 million, which came from Sony, which is furthering strengthening their bond together. So for those who don't know, Sony already owns quite a bit of Epic, and other money's just privately invested. So Subnautica Below Zero official trailer comes out, and it's releasing in May. I saw that on IGN, and I was like, oh, that actually looks like a really cool game. It is out in beta for PC users, but when it officially releases, it's gonna be a full game. There's gonna be like pretty much, there's maybe some bugs, but it's gonna be like a full game, and will be released on the consoles, which is really good. So, and another news, guys, leaked code shows that Nintendo Switch may be adding Bluetooth support soon, maybe, for Nintendo Switch console. Let's hope that works well, because they probably do have the option to enable on the old Switch, right? Because the Joy-Cons, they actually use Bluetooth, for those who don't know. So hopefully they add it to that one. But they may wait for their new console that's being leaked, per se, which again, we have no official news on. So a popular Twitch streamer, Ludwig, ends his 31-day subathon. He was trying to get as many Twitch subs as possible, and he was striving for 31 days to get that, which is kind of crazy. And he breaks Ninja's all-time sub record for this, which is just amazing. That's pretty impressive. He must make a lot of money from that, so that's good. Super Mario Bros. Speedrunning broke the 4-minute 55-second mark, which is pretty good because, well, Super Mario Bros. Since it's out for so long time, people are really, really, and getting down to as fast as they can make it. All right, so it's really optimized. A Roblox player asked questions as a reporter, not really a reporter, to the White House. So that's kind of interesting. That's kind of funny, and we may talk about that later on. Overwatch stops making the Overwatch League MVP skins after the Fleta one because Overwatch is a team game. They felt like it was not good for them to have one MVP skin. So no more of those MVP skins after the one that was just released, which unfortunately you can't buy anymore. So no MVP skins if you haven't bought one already for you anymore. Indie World Direct happened recently. FBI hacks into hack servers. Hackers had data from the FBI hacks into a server, which hackers had data from, and the hackers never patched the backdoor they used. So the FBI just used that and deleted all the data from the servers and helped, get that data away from those hackers. And then they reached out to the server owners via email after this. Facebook being urged by pretty much everyone to stop going forth on Instagram Kids. Facebook, if you're listening to this, please don't go forth on Instagram Kids. It's going to be a good idea for you doing it. No one thinks that's a good idea. This past week, Minecraft Realms has been down. That's quite unfortunately. And earlier today, as we're recording this, which is Friday, the 16th of April, The popular Minecraft server Hypixel hit over 200,000 people on once for Minecraft, which is an all-time record for Minecraft server hosts. That's a lot of people on a single Minecraft server. Evan, to you for the sports segment.
Well, that is pretty crazy. Let's go into the sports segment now. Just for a note, all standings that I mentioned are accurate at the time of this recording, which is Friday, April 16th, and it's about 5:30. So just so you guys know. Okay, so in the MLB, the regular season has been ongoing for just over 2 weeks now since the last episode. And in the AL East, the Boston Red Sox are leading. In the AL Central, the Kansas City Royals are leading. The Seattle Mariners are leading in the AL West. The New York Mets are leading in the NL East. The Cincinnati Reds are leading in the NL Central. And in the NL West, the Los Angeles Dodgers are in first. There have been some games postponed for various reasons, so you're going to see some teams have played a lot less games when you look at the standings. The LA Dodgers lead the National League and the MLB overall with an 11 wins to 2 losses record right now and a .846 percentage. And the Red Sox lead the American League with a 9-4 record and a .692 percentage. So here are the full standings right here, which you can find at mlb.com/standings for all those audio listeners. But yeah, Boston and Toronto's just behind them, which they're actually below 5. Kind of interesting, actually, the AL East. The Red Sox do have a fair bit of a leg up on the competition there. It is close in the AL Central between the Royals and the Cleveland Indians, and in the AL West, it's also fairly close between the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels. Looking over at the NL East, you're actually going to find that the Mets are ahead of the Phillies, even though the Mets have less wins, but they have a greater percentage because they've played less games. So there are a few times because of difference in games played, and that happens a lot in the MLB just because there are more games in a season and stuff like that. So going over into MLB news, Joe Musgrove of the San Diego Padres pitched a no-hitter against the Texas Rangers in interleague play, and Carlos Rodon, I don't know if that's how you say it, but I hope I'm right, of the Chicago White Sox pitched a no-hitter against the Cleveland Indians in the American League. Then Vladimir Guerrero Jr. of the Toronto Blue Jays, let's go. He blasted a 458-foot home run yesterday, so Thursday's game against the Kansas City Royals. It was just a beauty. You can find the actual video at ESPN.com. For all of the bench brawl fans, the Indians and White Sox went at it on Thursday evening after Eaton shoved Jimenez. I don't know if that's how you say it either. That's also from ESPN. And then Jackie Robinson Day was on Thursday, April 15th. So yeah, obviously he was really good at baseball. Pretty pog baseball player. And kind of ended, well, actually did end the actual, broke the barrier of segregation in the MLB. Guess he didn't end it, but yeah. Okay, NHL. As the Stanley Cup playoffs are inching closer, the Colorado Avalanche lead the Honda West with 64 points. The Vegas Golden Knights behind them. In the Discover Central Division, the Carolina Hurricanes have overtaken the Tampa Bay Lightning, both having 60 points at the time of this recording, but the Hurricanes have a higher percentage. They're at .714. The Washington Capitals are on top in the MassMutual East Division with 60 points, and the New York Islanders trailing 2 points behind them. The Toronto Maple Leafs still lead the Scotia North Division with 60 points, and the Winnipeg Jets are getting closer to them. They have 57 points now. Funnily enough, the top team in each division, except the Honda West, has 60 points right now, and the Avalanche from the Honda West lead the entire league with 64 points right now, and a 30 wins, 9 loss, and 4 overtime losses record. The standings for the NHL can be found at nhl.com/standings/2020. 2021, actually, I think that's the wrong link. I don't know. Maybe it's the right link. It works. Anyways, for you video listeners, I guess You can see it here. Audio listeners, you can go to that link to find it. Moving on into the NBA. Actually, no. First, NHL news. The NHL trade deadline has passed. So you might want to check to see if you haven't yet already. The Tampa Bay Lightning, who have been doing really well, have put Steven Stamkos on the IR with a lower body injury. Not great news for you Lightning fans. That's too bad. That's from ESPN. The NHL has indefinitely delayed the return of the Vancouver Canucks. Good luck with that, Canucks fans. That's from TSN. Okay, the Colorado Avalanche also canceled their morning skate after a positive test of, that censored virus. Okay. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, who had a good lead in the Scotia North, are being challenged by the Jets, who are closing on first, as we saw before. Also, the NHL regular season has been extended to May 16th because of the Canucks outbreak, and the playoffs start date will be determined by the NHL at a later date. Okay, so going into the NBA now. The Philadelphia 76ers are leading the Eastern Conference with 38 wins and 17 losses. They're just ahead of the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Utah Jazz lead the Western Conference with 41 wins and 14 losses, and they're also leading the NBA right now. The Phoenix Suns and LA Clippers are trailing behind them. The Chicago Bulls are currently qualified for the play-in tournament, with the Raptors just out of that play-in tournament, which, of course, was added just for this year in the Eastern Conference. And in the Western Conference, the Spurs are currently just in a position to qualify, so anyone above them has at least made into the playoff round. First to sixth place in each conference actually immediately qualify for the playoffs. And then the New Orleans Pelicans are currently just out. The playoffs are approaching, so just be prepared to see what happens with that. Obviously, it's getting a bit closer now. So the standings can be found at nba.com. So standings for audio listeners, they're right here for video listeners. So getting into some NBA news, the Brooklyn Nets, their player LaMarcus Aldridge is retiring after a heart issue. That's from ESPN. The Denver Nuggets player Jamal Murray is out indefinitely with a torn ACL, which is rather unfortunate. That's from NBA.com. The NBA play-in tournament, which is just for this season, as I mentioned before, will commence May 23rd, preceding the playoffs. We're getting closer to that. That's just over a month away now. So things are going to start getting tight. So yeah. And then Michael Jordan will be presenting Kobe Bryant's Hall of Fame induction. And you can read up more on that at sportsnet.ca. The NFL is also in the offseason right now, if you didn't know, so we're not covering that. And the CFL will be entering the preseason on May 23rd. Wait. Oh, yeah, I guess that's interesting. The same day that the play-in tournament starts for the NBA. Okay. Then switching gears over to soccer real quick. The CONCACAF Champions League, it's being wrapped up and everything. So the MLS regular season began on Friday when we're recording this. So we'll update you on the standings next week when some matches have actually been completed. In the Premier League, Manchester City leads the English Premier League with 23 wins, 5 draws, and 4 losses. Manchester United trails behind Leicester City and West Ham United behind them, and Chelsea and Liverpool are in 5th and 6th place for all of you European soccer fans. I used to watch some European soccer. I don't watch any at all anymore, but I am somewhat familiar with it, so I'll try to keep you guys updated on a bit of Premier League stuff. Anyways, that's all for this week's sports update. You can find the standings and news at MLB.com, NHL.com, and NBA.com. You can also find other sports news from today's segment at ESPN.com, TSN.ca, and Sportsnet.ca. That is all for this week's Lightning Round. You're watching the Bubble Call Podcast, Season 2, Episode 5. Stick around for more. Okay, so me and Boom are gonna give some of our predictions for Zelda's 35th anniversary and for E3 2021. So I'm gonna hand
2021,
it.
baby.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hand it over to Boom to start with some of his Zelda. Well, with his Zelda 35th anniversary predictions.
So first of all, I'm gonna be honest. I it's hard to think. 'Cause it's like thing is, it's hard to think for me. Like, what are they gonna do? Because I think half the stuff I'm thinking about what they're going to predict for this thing. It's like me. I'm just thinking about Super Mario 35, right? But I think most of that Super Mario 35 stuff that was really popular. But I'm not 100% sure if they want to repeat it. You know what I mean? So it's, but I am going to go off a limb here. I'm going to say Super Zelda 35 anniversary game, like Super Mario 35 that we had. So I'm not sure what they'll do for it. I think that would be something. It's a game. Like I'm not sure if it'll be what it would be, but I think they should do a game like that, just like a temporary part time for maybe Nintendo Switch Online members. Um, so something like that. I'm not actually 100% sure because I'm also worried about when they were making this stuff, right? I'm not sure if they realize how popular it would be the Super Mario 35 stuff, and I don't know. It's really hard to predict. So, another thing. I'm gonna go off a limb here. There's going to be a Fortnite 3 coming out soon. I said it. I said it. Fortnite 3, here it comes. No, I'm kidding. I'm not actually predicting that. If it does happen, though, we'll pretty Paul.
Oh boy.
Evan, what do you have for predictions?
Well, I just to elaborate on the Zelda 35, I think it's definitely possible that we get something like that, and they could just like they use Super Mario Bros, they could use the Legend of Zelda, like the original one, kind of just like use like attacking enemies and stuff. So it could be a very similar concept probably if they did decide to do that. Also, I am of the belief that we're gonna get a Zelda Triforce collection. So sort of like Mario 3D All Stars, both three's older Zelda games. Uh I think we're gonna get that. And I actually just brought this up to Boom before we started recording. We know we're getting a Skyward Sword HD, which is from the Wii U. So basically, 3D All Stars came out last year as part of Mario's 35th anniversary, and then we got Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. 3D World's a port from the Wii U, so it wouldn't surprise me if we also got like a Triforce collection for Zelda's 35th anniversary. Boom. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that would be really cool, right? This would make sense because, like, we have both two ports, right, for each anniversary, right? And then we also proceed to get the other games on like the other consoles on like this 3 pack, which I think would be really cool. But I'm not sure if they would. A part of me says I really wish. I'm not going to predict that they'll do it. In fact, I'm going to say I'm not. I'm going to pull off and say they're not going to do it. But like, I really want them to do it because, first of all, there's 3 games there, which would be pretty cool. I personally never played a Zelda game. I really wanted to get into Zelda, so I would really help me play some Zelda games, which I would personally really like. And another thing is that during it, there's some things going around the world. I'm sure you guys know what it's called. There's a reason why we always record this podcast in our houses and not in
I
a
mean, we
studio
would do
together.
that anyways.
Yeah, we would do that anyways. But there's some stuff going around, and I think these games that are like these 3 packs are easier to make than like a whole new game. So I think that's probably why they've been releasing these partially. So it's like I think half of me wants to say there will be it. Half of me wants to be like, they're not going to copy everything from Super Mario 35th anniversary. So it's like I'm really unsure about it, but I think it'd be really cool if they did do it.
Yeah. Well, another thing, I mean, another reason I think they might do it is because it's extremely low effort, and considering that, you know, if Nintendo's gonna put ports out like that, they're gonna put little effort into it, like all 3D All Stars. I think it wouldn't be like it wouldn't actually be that much work for them. They just have to take it and put it together, and people's expectations wouldn't be any greater than that of 3D All Stars. So, I mean, I think it's definitely in the realm of possibility, and I guess we'll see what happens. Do you have any more of actual predictions for Zelda's 35th anniversary, or do you want to hop into E3 now?
Mm-hmm. The thing is, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really bad at predictions, especially since like I'm a little bit better if it's like a game, right? You know what I mean? Like Overwatch League. I actually kind of enjoy predicting outcomes of games. In fact, there's actually a pick'em event for Overwatch League right now. And I don't mean to brag or anything, but you know that latest San Francisco Shock map versus LA Gladiators that happened on this Friday. I predicted that 100% accurate, so that's pretty impressed. You know what I mean? I'm pretty good at that stuff, but pretty bad at predicting because I'm like, I have nothing to go off, and I'm just like, oh no. So I think we should go straight to the E3.
Okay, I guess we can start off with some of my predictions for Nintendo's E3 announcements. They did say that they're planning to announce a fair bit, which is good considering last year E3 was canceled and Nintendo did nothing for it, which was rather disappointing. And their most recent direct was also very disappointing. So I'd hope Nintendo has some other stuff up their sleeve, and they say they are prepared for some fairly large E3 announcements, which is really good news if you're a Nintendo fan, I guess. So I'm going to say it, Breath of the Wild 2, 100%. We haven't gotten many updates on it recently, but when we got the Skyward Sword HD announcement in the direct, the what's his name again? I don't know, but the Zelda guy.
Yeah, Power Hammers and Media.
He did hint that there will be more information coming soon. So I would expect at E3 they would make a large announcement like that, because Breath of the Wild 2 is gonna be probably their most popular title in a very long time. So yeah, I also think Mario Kart 9 is very possible because we haven't gotten Mario Kart in a long time. Mario Kart 8 came out back on the Wii U way, way, way long ago. We got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch, but that just added a few courses. It wasn't actually a new game. And by a few, I mean
Well,
12,
yeah, did they even add?
16.
I thought there was just the DLC they added for free.
Yeah, they
At least
just
unless
added
I'm
the
not.
DLC, which was the 16 courses for free. You could get it
Yeah,
on the Wii U if you wanted it. You just had to
I'm
pay
pretty
more
sure.
for it on the Wii U version.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my brother after this week he can still find the Super Mario Nintendo like Super Mario Maker. Sorry, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for my Switch, and I
Mhm.
just don't play on that. He thought it'd be better for him to buy the courses just on the Wii U, which I was like, oh
Right.
okay, well,
Yeah.
well that
I think the
happened.
only main difference is that I don't think you can actually on the Wii U version hold two items at once
No, you cannot.
at all.
There's
But
also there's they also changed a lot of the battle modes.
oh, okay.
There's like I know there's I forget the modes, but there's a whole I think there's 3 or 4 different battle modes that are not on the Wii U. The battle modes are a lot better on the Switch version as
Hmm.
well. But again, even like let's say even that new version wasn't a port, right? It would still be a long time before they had that a new game. So I think it's good that we have this from Mario Kart 9 too. I think that's a pretty good choice for a prediction.
Yeah. Especially since it's been a very long time and the only thing we've gotten is like the Mario Kart home circuit thing, which was pretty cool, but that's not like an actual Mario Kart game. We need a Mario Kart game soon, so that would be another large announcement I would expect from E3. Then I mean, I think we could get another 3D Mario platformer announced.
Yeah, I
Probably
think that would
just
be. Sorry.
I'd say very low detail, but yeah. What do you say, Boom?
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool too. I'm not sure if they would. Maybe announce, but I don't think it'd be ready for a long time
Mm-hmm.
because I think that I don't think it would happen. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think this one is likely, but if it'd be cool if they did happen, right? Because but sorry, I'm like stumbling on my words here. I think it'd be cool if they did make a new 3D platformer game. Do you think it'll be likely? No, because of as I said before, there's stuff going around the world. And it makes it hard to develop games. I'm gonna predict something right now. This is not Nintendo related, but Among Us, they're gonna somehow go to E3 and they're gonna release another map. So we're not releasing a map, but now it's another map right there. You're welcome. That's my prediction. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because they just well, let's be honest here. They just released their airship map. they're trying to keep people interested in the game because everyone's leaving the game faster than they keep people interested in it. So they announced a new map at E3. Everyone's watching. Let's go, new map. They stay hyped just extra longer. Yeah, and then they say hyped until a little bit extra until it releases. Everyone plays on that one day, so they have server issues. Everyone's like, wow, this thing sucks because of the server issues. And then they all stop playing because they have server issues. Just like what they did for the other map. I think that'd be really cool.
That's okay. Sure. That's a fair prediction. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. Do I think it's going to be Odyssey 2? I sure hope so. If we get the next 3D Mario we get announced, I don't even know if that's going to be it though. We might get an entirely different Mario game. So I guess we'll have to see. Then I also said new Kirby game, maybe, probably not. I mean, E3 would be a good time to announce a new Kirby game, so maybe not.
When was even the last Kirby game?
I don't even know. It was
I know they have like this one like weird free game that's like a Kirby game, but it's like free on the Switch. I never played. It's like this Kirby battle game. It looks kind of weird, so I never downloaded it.
No, yeah, same. I saw it too.
I think that could be the last one. And honestly, I hope they do release a new Kirby game. I used to love Kirby. It used to be like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna predict another thing, guys. Not Nintendo related again. GTA 6. I know Riot Games. GTA is made by Riot Games, right? I know Riot Games hasn't been announced to officially go there. Same with Interloft. But I'm gonna predict they do show up and they're gonna announce GTA 6. It's been like 7 years since last GTA 5 game, I think. I'm not even sure if that's true. It could be longer, it could be shorter. But they're gonna release GTA 6 or announce it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. And it definitely has a lot of potential to be true. So yeah, I mean, that's all of our E3 predictions, really. I think there were a number. We'll have to wait to see what happens. It's coming up in May.
Another thing, I'm Switch Pro announcement.
Oh right, yeah, maybe? I forgot about that. I think Nintendo might have hinted at Switch like hardware announcements at E3. I might be wrong, but we also have seen evidence of a Switch Pro. So, I mean, I think the chances are pretty good.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that is what it is.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we should do. I think Switch Pro. I think that's actually really likely.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I would expect Breath of the Wild 2 and Switch Pro as like very high chances of happening.
Yeah, I would also agree with that. I think those are. I actually would probably say Mario Kart in another Mario Kart would be a bit higher, maybe, than Breath of the Wild 2, but I think those are the ones that are most likely happening. So another thing I'm gonna predict. It's gonna be a huge prediction.
This is a huge prediction.
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit before, just so we kind of know what we're talking about before. This is huge, guys. Let's get some drum roll here, please. Well, that's the only drum roll I have. So that's what we're gonna do for the drum roll. E3 is going to announce the cancellation of E3. Oh! I know they did it, and I know they announced the cancellation of E3 in 2020. They're going to do it again, and it's going to be like permanent this time. Now, I know people are going to be like, "That's like the biggest like gaming conference ever. It's like bigger than Insomnia." I'm like, I know, it's going down. So I'm not sure how it's going to happen, but that's my prediction. It's a bold one. Maybe it'll happen. We'll have to see.
100% chance. It blows all the other predictions out of the water, obviously. Anyway.
Hey, there's a reason why they haven't been active on that Twitter, right? You know, they're trying to get people disappointed. No.
Okay, well, I think that's the end of our predictions for now, at least. Yeah, we'll see what happens. E3 is coming up pretty soon, and we'll definitely keep you guys updated on this podcast about all the announcements. After E3, like, we'll probably have like an entire podcast just dedicated to E3, probably, because there will be so much new news. So yeah, we'll wait to see what happens then. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the BBQ podcast with me and BBQ. It was a lot of fun. It was season 2, episode 5. So we hope
Sorry, I did it.
We hope you stick around in 2 weeks for the next episode to come out on all the platforms. Don't forget, if you watch us on YouTube and Twitch, we also have audio versions over on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many other podcast platforms where you can download the audio, of course. So that may be something you're interested in. Share it with your friends. And for all you audio listeners, you can also watch us stream the podcast and actually include a post-commentary section over on YouTube and Twitch. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to actually sub to me and Boom on YouTube and Twitch. If you go to tinyurl.com/EEVAN10, that's 10-YT, you can find the podcast and the links to everything podcast and our actual channels related. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube at tinyurl.com/EEVAN10-YT. You can also follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/EEVAN10. And don't forget to go follow BBQ on YouTube. Yo, we are back with the post commentary section on the BBQ podcast. I am here with Boom. I am here with Boom. Hi, Boom.
You just cut it for half the intro, but hi, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, that was my Discord, but the stream's good, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed that episode. I thought it was a pretty good episode. But we have some very important opinions that we need to share with you now.
So, guys, we have some opinions here, and these opinions are actually going to be the opposite of correct. They're the wrong opinions. These are the worst opinions you could possibly have.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing is, I eat oatmeal for breakfast. I'm sorry. I told you these are really wrong opinions, guys. Like, these opinions, they're gonna get bad. They're gonna get bad.
Oh, that is such a terrible opinion. I totally did eat oatmeal for breakfast this morning. Oh.
Another opinion, guys. That's wrong. Completely. BBQ Podcast is the worst podcast out there.
What? We're the best podcast.
Yeah,
we're no better podcast.
All opinions in here are wrong. So why'd you say that, Evan? Oh, kidding me. The one job. Oh, Evan, you don't want to say that in this one. Okay.
Oh, I messed that up.
Another wrong opinion. Pineapple belongs on pizza.
I know, right?
Maybe this guy. If you think this, I know everyone shows mental health in different ways, but if you think this, I think that the government needs to take you, lock you up, put you in jail. And in fact, not even just regular jail. It needs to be like that place where it's like a complete lockdown, like whatever that place is called again. You need to be put in that thing. Like you need to be no one needs to be seeing you. We can't let that thing spread. We can't let that opinion spread. You need to be locked down.
It's very dangerous.
Solitary confinement. You need to be in that thing. That's another wrong opinion right there. I actually don't care if you eat pineapple on pizza. We just don't care. Another wrong opinion. Dasani water is not the best water out there. Dasani water, I love Dasani water. Ever since I found Dasani water, I've been able to shower. Before that, since I know Dasani water, my showers are like icky, disgusting. It's apparently you're not supposed to shower in your toilet. But ever since I had Dasani water, I've been able to shower, and I was able to clean myself professionally.
Wow.
Evan, how's your experiences been with Dasani water?
Well, you know, it tastes great, and it's best water ever. Like when I go
Yeah,
to the store
I
and
mean,
I see Dasani water, it just makes my day because I just love the water so much.
yeah, my lifestyle has become much easier with the help of Dasani.
Yes,
My
so much
gameplay
easier.
for this epic gameplay we're watching right now on the screen, guys. That's totally my gameplay. It's not my gameplay. It's actually Joel Sort's gameplay. But he got there because he
Drink
was
Dasani.
Dasani.
Dasani
Yeah, he
water.
was Dasani.
That's really the only reason.
Yeah, my quality. I would recommend everyone here to switch to Dasani water. You know, cancel the city water bill and just buy Dasani and support Coke. But the best part about Dasani water is that since they take it from poor African countries, it really makes me think, frick you orphans. And I'm not sure about you guys, but I hate orphans. So this is the best part
You're
of
gonna
Dasani
get
water for
us
me.
demonetized. Once
Wait,
we
we're
get
monetized on this thing?
monetized.
Oh, okay. By the way, guys, we're joking about all that Dasani stuff. We don't have any opinions for Dasani,
I
but we
really,
thought
I
it'd be
never drink
funny if we just
Dasani
started.
water. I usually drink
No,
Nestle,
me
but
neither.
I usually
Oh,
actually drink.
this is like the worst.
I know, but like that's the one that I usually. Actually, no, I usually
Usually
drink
for me, it's the
Kirkland.
Costco one.
I actually usually
Yeah,
drink
Kirkland for me
Kirkland.
too. Yeah, Kirkland's the best. Like Kirkland, there's no
Never mind. I haven't had
Kirkland.
Nestle in a long time.
Ever since I've started drinking Kirkland branded water, I've my quality of life drastically.
What are we doing? No, yeah, because Kirkland, I always get Kirkland and Nestle ones mixed up, but no, it's Kirkland that I usually have. But I usually just
Yeah, I
have
usually have
tap
Kirkland
water,
too.
like
Mhm.
through a filter, but like a water Brita filter.
Yeah,
It's pretty
our city
pog.
has really bad water, so
Yeah.
like that's what it's known for. That's
It's
actually kind
not
of true.
great.
Like sometimes I'll be like washing my hands, I'll be like, "Oh, the water's black. Weird." That was normal for me,
I think that's just your water pipes.
I'm not kidding. I hope it would be like that. We live in Canada. Like there's other parts in Canada where you can literally drink water off the side of the road, and it's so clean that you can just drink it from the side of the road with like no problems. Like,
Although you
like
shouldn't.
oh no,
But
you can. Like there's waters that's actually like really purified here. Like it's
oh
like
yeah, but
extremely good. Like it's probably better clean than the city's water.
well, it's honestly probably true.
I mean, would I do it? Only if I need to, but
If I knew it was
yeah,
clean, then I would.
yeah, I'd have to know it's clean too. Like, I'm not gonna be like just drinking water off the side of the
Oh,
road.
is that some water over there? I'm a little
That's great.
thirsty.
Who cares what color it is? Oh, this yellow one kind of tastes like lemon. Oh no.
Lemonade.
Oh god. This is disgusting. Sorry about this, guys, for those of you who don't like that stuff, but
Just to ruin this for everyone.
yeah, maybe
Oh,
we
no.
we should call this the pain segment instead
The
of
pain
the
segment.
commentary.
The pains. By the way, if you guys have any questions for us, drop them in the chat. Probably should have said that at the
Guys,
beginning.
yeah, our conversations usually go a bit crazy.
At least in the post commentary. But so you know how we mentioned how this one Roblox, player,
Yeah, what?
they actually there was this game on Roblox that they were playing from what I've read, and they were just like, "Hey, let's take what we've been doing in Roblox and put it into the real world." So they created like a fake news organization, and they made like social media for it and everything, and got large, large news corporations to actually follow them on Twitter and stuff. And then eventually they actually got to put, I think it was a total of 4 questions that they ended up asking White House press secretary Jen Psaki. Is that how you? I never know how to pronounce it. It's, I don't think anyone knows. Circle back, lady. So um, basically they they ended up actually asking 4 questions to the White House press secretary by like creating a fake news organization and pretending they were journalists.
Yeah, I've actually I've saw it on the like Reddit originally, and it's actually pretty funny. And their questions too, I'm pretty sure I forget what questions they asked,
No,
but
one
like
of them I
they
was
said,
like, that's a really good question. Like the
yeah,
actual
like
journalist should be asking these questions.
yeah, the reason why they did it, like the player that actually got interviewed by people, like the reason they said themselves is that they felt like the not get political by the way, not trying to make this politics, but they felt like the many of the news sources weren't asking hard enough questions, so they decided to just ask them themselves. And
Yeah,
it's like,
and
oh,
they asked some good tough questions which, got a little circle backed, but
yeah, because it's one of the things is that like controversial, but I think democracy is probably one of the best ways to run a government. Um,
Oh
it's good
yeah.
that they ask. It's good that the press actually be able to ask really difficult questions. In fact, honestly, I would support anyone being able to go to these things and just asking questions. I'm not sure if they have. I know they kind of have it set up in some
As
places,
long as they're
but I
accurate
think
questions.
well, I think the questions can be whatever people want to ask as long as it's like what that person asks. Because I think that would
Yeah.
help bring discussion into everything. You know what I mean? So, but let's try not to
Like
get.
the thing is, the only problem I have is when they purposely make fake questions. That's my only problem.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's like ask whatever you want.
Hmm.
Unless
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
mean,
unless you're just
I feel
asking
it's
like what your favorite ice cream flavor is the whole time.
yeah. Hmm. But yeah, I mean, I think it'd be if we just let the citizens like ask questions because they're the ones that are voting, right? Like the power should be in
Yeah.
the citizens' hands to vote for whoever they want to, right? Um, I think that could honestly be. I'm not sure how it would work, but it'd be pretty cool
Yeah, like if the
if
people
everyone
have good
just.
questions to ask, let them ask them. Like,
Yeah, like I think most people are intelligent. Controversially enough, I haven't lost faith in the world yet. I mean, you guys may have lost faith in us after that water
oh
segment we
my
just did
goodness,
there a little bit, but
so bad. Hey,
yeah,
Cosmic
let's just move
Rise.
on. Let's just move on.
My day's good. Boom. How's your day?
My day's been pretty pog, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll keep going with what we were saying before. How are you, Cosmic Rees or Rise? I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah. So boom, what were you saying again?
I honestly don't remember. I think I was gonna say let's move on from that.
Yeah, maybe we
Water.
should. The
Maybe we should
water
stop
was.
moving. I think we're going a bit crazy
Let's
with
circle
everything.
back
It's
again.
probably not a good thing.
We'll circle back to this discussion.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
It's good. That's
what we're
good.
discussing again.
Oh. Okay. Wait. What? What are we talking about now? Do we have anything else to talk about?
I think we covered all the stuff that we kind of discussed before this. Guys, don't make break, but after this you guys can watch maybe some Overwatch League they're playing right now. And it's looking pretty. Well, never mind, they just finished. Oh, never mind.
Let's go.
So yeah. Don't mean break, guys, but whatever the story is, which you guys can see shortly. I predicted this. So
Let's
I'm just
go.
gonna say that. I know. Boom, best predictor right here.
Okay, I can take a look at your channel after this. I'll do my best to not forget. So yeah. That's all we had planned for this post commentary section. Don't forget to. Do you have anything else to say, Boom?
No, I think other than try some Dasani water out there, guys, I think we're pretty good.
I'm never gonna drink Dasani water again.
No, honestly, I've drunk Dasani water and I actually don't like it that much. It's owned by
No,
Coke too, I'm pretty
neither
sure.
do I. It tastes kind of weird. Like
I actually
when I
don't
was
like the
saying it
taste
was
of Dasani.
tasting great, like that was like a lying opinion.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I was also lying, but when I said my quality of life has changed drastically since I've had this. Pretty much all of the opinions on Dasani, I don't like all those things were the false there. Those are all just jokes.
yeah. Anyways, go drink some Dasani water. Uh yeah. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode right here on my YouTube channel. Or if you are busy, you can always find the audio version over on all those great podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many
Yo,
more.
imagine someone just gets in a car accident while listening to our podcast in the car accident.
Is
Like
that
in
our
the last
fault?
thing they hear. Like the last so then when the rescuers are coming to rescue them, they just hear our podcast and it's like, okay everybody, so that's why you should be drinking Dasani water. And it's like what, and they'll be like, what the frick is this? Like like just imagine first responders on that. Like that would be so weird. Like there's a lot of on context stuff they could be listening. You're like, what is this podcast? What is this guy listening to? I think this was a suicide, officer. No. Oh goodness.
Please don't listen to us while you're driving if you're incapable of doing both. And if it's against the law where you live.
I mean, it'd be like a radio station, right? So I think it'd be fine pretty much
Yeah, I
everywhere.
think it would be fine in most places. Like at least
I mean,
everywhere
okay,
around
to be okay, yeah, like you're allowed to listen to radio, right? Like most
yeah,
places you are.
like radios, like
So I would. So you're fine listening to it, but if like you start watching it, like
yeah.
you take the video
Don't
version,
watch
don't
the
do that,
podcast
don't
while
do
you're
that.
driving. No. Okay, well,
You just.
that was okay. We'll stop it here now. Thank you for watching.
Yeah.
It was it was an interesting podcast today. At least the post commentary was. So yeah, don't forget to check us out on all those other platforms and sub to me down below. You can also sub to BoomBQ and follow us both on Twitch. The links are in the description. So yeah. We hope you enjoyed, and we will see you in a couple of weeks for the next episode 6 of the second season.
Yeah.
We will see you all then. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.